Thinking about moving to Australia in 2025? Hold on, because the rules have changed and not in your favor. Visa bans, tighter restrictions, rising costs, and sudden rejections are hitting harder than ever. Whether you're a student, skilled worker, or just curious, this might be the most important update you hear all year. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe because we cover the latest migration trends, policy updates, and real-world insights to help you navigate your visa journey with confidence. Today, we're diving into one of the most important and, frankly, most confusing topics right now, Australia's 2025 visa bans and restrictions. Whether you're a student, a skilled worker, a family sponsor, or just exploring your options, this is information you can't afford to miss. We'll break down what's changed, who's affected, and what you can do to stay ahead. So hit the like button to support the channel, and let's get into it. First, a quick note. This is based on public sources, policy updates, expert commentary, and media reporting. Laws and procedures may shift, so always verify with official immigration or consular services. Let's get started. Australia is also adjusting its migration planning levels, setting limits on how many permanent visas it grants. The broader goal is national recalibration, and 2025 is shaping up to be the year where that tightens. Let's go through the major changes now. On skilled and employer-sponsored visas, one big update is the shift to the Skills in Demand visa system. This is replacing older programs like the Temporary Skill Shortage visa. Under this new model, there are three streams: core skills, specialist skills, and roles covered by agreements. Eligibility now depends more on income thresholds and whether your job appears on the core skills list. Income benchmarks have gone up. From July 2025, minimum salary requirements are higher, both in the core and specialist streams. If you're applying under regional visas like Subclass 494, those income thresholds have also been raised. The idea is to prioritize high-skilled and well-compensated roles, which means lower-paid or less specialized jobs may no longer qualify. For international graduates, changes to the temporary graduate visa, the 485, are big. From July 2025, the age limit for most applicants drops to 35. Exceptions apply if you're doing a master's by research, a PhD, or if you're from Hong Kong or a British overseas passport holder. Lengths of stay are also shorter now. A bachelor's degree will get you up to 2 years. Coursework master's gives 2 years. Research master's or PhD gives up to 3. This means less time to find work or transition to another visa later. Student visas have also been hit hard. First, application fees have gone up. From July 2025, students will pay more, with the base fee rising from $1,600 to well over $2,000 Australian dollars, depending on their situation. Second, financial requirements are tighter. From May 2025, students must prove they have access to nearly $30,000 for living costs. This is a big jump and affects those from lower-income countries the most. Third, onshore switching is being shut down. If you're on a visitor visa, graduate visa, or maritime crew visa, you can no longer apply for a student visa from inside Australia. Now you must apply from outside. Work rights are changing too. Undergrads can work up to 24 hours per week during semester. Postgrads may get unrestricted work rights, but everything must follow visa conditions. Beyond eligibility, Australia is also using cancellation powers more actively. A recent example was the cancellation of a far-right Israeli politician's visa due to concerns over incitement and public risk. It shows Australia is willing to deny or cancel visas on character or conduct grounds. New changes to the Migration Act also allow for fast-track deportations and reduce the need for full procedural fairness in some visa decisions. Critics say this removes due process protections and makes it easier to deport or refuse applicants without hearings. Character requirements remain strict. Serious criminal records, especially those involving violence or abuse, are major red flags. Enforcement is now tighter than before. Tribunal review rights are also being narrowed. Under new legislation, many visa appeals, like for student or temporary refusals, may now be decided on paper only without a full hearing. Visa fees across many categories are also rising. Partner visas, working holiday visas, employer-sponsored visas, all are seeing increases of about 3% starting July 2025. This hits especially hard for families or applicants from countries with weaker currencies. Then there's the bigger picture, migration caps. Australia is quietly reducing how many permanent visas it issues. And for students, there are growing efforts to manage the intake through indirect caps. For example, by slowing visa processing, applying unofficial limits, or increasing rejection rates. Some education providers are seeing declining enrollments already, especially in English language colleges. On top of that, regional targeting is becoming more obvious. In 2025, some applications from Indian states like Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Gujarat, and Jammu and Kashmir are facing increased scrutiny or even temporary freezes. Officials say this is due to document fraud and misuse of student pathways. While outright bans are denied, extra checks are real and affecting processing times. One common trend in all these changes is the effort to close backdoor visa pathways where someone enters on a tourist or short visa, then switches to a student or skilled stream. Australia is blocking this now through conditions like 8503 and offshore-only applications. So, who's most affected? First, international students, especially from developing countries, are hit hard by rising fees, higher financial requirements, stricter English tests, and the loss of flexibility to apply from within Australia. Second, early career graduates face shorter stay periods, tighter age limits, and more obstacles to transition into skilled visas. Third, lower-paid workers or those not in demand occupations may find it hard to qualify under the new income thresholds. Fourth, people trying to switch visas from inside Australia will find it harder, if not impossible. Fifth, applicants from high-risk or flagged regions may face longer delays or refusals. Sixth, families applying for partner visas will feel the fee hikes and possibly slower timelines. Seventh, those already in Australia on temporary visas need to strictly comply with all conditions to avoid cancellation, especially around work hours, character, and visa intent. So what can you do if you still want to apply? First, prepare early. Gather solid documentation, degrees, financial proof, English scores. Make sure everything is consistent and verifiable. Second, aim to exceed the minimums. Don't just meet the benchmark, go above it, especially with finances and test scores. Third, apply from your home country if required. Don't risk applying onshore if the rules say offshore only. Fourth, keep an eye on occupation lists. What's eligible today might not be eligible next month. Fifth, never overstay or breach visa conditions. Compliance is more important than ever. Sixth, consider using registered migration agents. They can help you avoid simple mistakes. Seventh, if you can, apply before new fee hikes or rule changes kick in. Lastly, consider your options. If Australia becomes too restrictive or unaffordable, other countries may offer better or more open routes. To close this out, Australia's immigration system in 2025 is becoming stricter, costlier, and more complex. From higher thresholds and closed switching paths to regional scrutiny and more cancellation powers, the trend is clear. If you plan to study, work, or move there, plan carefully, follow the rules, and act early. That wraps up today's breakdown of Australia's 2025 visa changes. As you've seen, things are getting stricter. But with the right planning and clear information, you can still succeed. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more updates and guides just like this. We post regularly to keep you informed and prepared. Have questions, concerns, or your own experience to share? Drop a comment below. I read every one, and your input could help others too. Thanks for watching, stay smart, and I'll see you in the next one.